Welcome to this video on American Asians in gambling addiction and recovery. We will explore this hidden crisis, its barriers, root causes, and evidence-based pathways to recovery. This issue is a hidden crisis. Asian Americans experience problem gambling at 1.6 times the expected rate compared to the general U.S. population. Prevalence rates range from 10.7% to 21% in community surveys. Stigma and language barriers keep this crisis invisible. We must challenge the myth of an Asian gambling culture. The reality is that systemic drivers like poverty, stressful jobs, immigration stress, and social isolation are the root causes. This stereotype obscures the structural issues that require policy solutions. The core root causes are poverty and social isolation, low-wage work, limited social outlets, and the desperation to escape poverty often drive gambling as a means of escape or a hoped-for income solution. The primary drivers include poverty and desperation, particularly for immigrants seeking escape or wealth. Social isolation is also a major factor, with 65% lacking culturally appropriate recreation, making casinos the only comfortable social space. Immigration stress adds to loneliness and boredom. Barrier number one is stigma and losing face. Addiction brings shame and dishonor, making help-seeking feel like confirming failure. This results in individuals often only seeking help when they hit quote, 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 rock bottom, leading to more severe psychiatric outcomes and elevated suicide risk. A critical finding is the elevated suicide risk. Asian American problem gamblers are 7.5 times more likely to report suicide attempts than white problem gamblers. Delayed help seeking due to shame contributes to these severe psychiatric outcomes. Barrier number two is the lack of culturally responsive services. Few multilingual providers exist, and Western 12-step models often conflict with cultural values of emotional restraint. Asian Americans show lower rates of professional treatment utilization despite high gambling severity. The life impact of this crisis includes high psychiatric comorbidities. About 73% report anxiety secondary to gambling. Financial harm affects 80%, with debt averaging over $12,500. Family disruption is reported by 69%, leading to marital strain and intergenerational trauma. An evidence-based success comes from a telephone-delivered intervention pilot program in San Francisco. This multilingual approach showed strong abstinence rates and improved life satisfaction. The main barrier was reluctance to complete consent forms, highlighting the need for simplified intake. Culturally adapted cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, remains effective. Its efficacy is maintained when tailored to address shame, family involvement, and non-confrontational communication. Digital interventions, like the Gamblingless app, also show promise for overcoming logistical barriers. Peer support and community-based recovery are essential. Organizations like Gamblers Anonymous and Gam-Anon, along with culturally specific meetings, offer accessible, low-cost support and help reduce stigma through shared lived experience. Family-centered and community-based approaches are necessary. Interventions should include psychoeducation and financial protection for family members. Community partnerships with trusted ethnic organizations help build engagement and reduce institutional distrust. Prevention strategy number one is addressing structural root causes. This includes advocating for economic support, like living wages and job training. Community development must create affirming social opportunities. Casino accountability is needed to limit predatory targeting in immigrant neighborhoods. Prevention strategy number two is expanding multilingual services. We need to fund training for Asian American mental health professionals. Support for multilingual helplines and community programs is vital. Research must also achieve equity by disaggregating data by specific ethnic groups. Prevention strategy number three is integrating services into primary care. Immigrants often trust primary care more than mental health services. Screening and brief intervention for gambling should be integrated into primary care, facilitated by community navigators and trusted health workers. Key takeaways show that Asian Americans face a significant gambling addiction crisis driven by systemic issues, not cultural factors. Stigma delays help and elevates suicide risk. Recovery is possible through multilingual, culturally sensitive approaches like CBT and peer support. We issue a call to action. Coordinated effort among researchers, policymakers, and community organizations is essential. We must prioritize culturally responsive interventions, equitable funding, and systemic changes to support recovery and prevent gambling addiction in Asian American communities.